In 2014, sales of Hass avocados, representing more than 95% of American avocado consumption, skyrocketed to a record of 4.25 billion fruits. That's nearly 4 times as many as were sold in 2000. But growing sales have a high cost for fresh water. It takes about 90 gallons of water to produce just a single California grown avocado. Abundant in antioxidants and vitamins, seaweed is something of a superfood. But today, warming ocean waters are threatening seaweed and seaweed farmers' livelihoods. Ocean X Labs, an innovative of WWF and Conservation X Labs, is supporting exciting innovations for sustainable seaweed farming, including pumps that push cool, nutrient-rich water toward the sea surface to promote seaweed growth. Half the world's population depends on rice for food and/or income. But while rice paddies often provide good habitat for birds, they can take a heavy toll on freshwater resources. In India, Laos, and other countries, WWF supports an eco-friendly rice farming technique called the System of Rice Intensification, or SRI, that reduces water by about 30% while increasing crop yields and farm incomes. Salmon consumption worldwide has increased threefold since 1980. Farmed salmon now accounts for 70% of the market, and salmon aquaculture is the world's fastest growing food production system. WWF works with salmon farms to help them achieve aquaculture stewardship council certification and encouraging sustainable practices and reducing the environmental impacts of open pen salmon fishing. Farming. The average Pacific bluefin tuna can grow to more than 1,500 pounds and yield 10,000 pieces of sushi or sushami. But decades of overfishing and rising demand, driven especially by sushi lovers in Japan, have pushed the Pacific bluefin to the brink. Scientists estimate the current population at just 2.6% of its historic size, with fishing levels 3 times higher than what is sustainable. 90% of wild-caught salmon in North America is produced by sustainable Alaska fisheries. Unfortunately, wild Pacific salmon face increasing threats from habitat destruction, overharvesting, and mining activities in Bristol Bay. WWF is working with local communities to prevent the construction of Pebble Mine, which could have devastating commercial and environmental impacts. When shopping, always look for seafood certified by the Marine Stewardship Council. So what makes sushi environmentally unfriendly? Seaweed is off the hook. It's relatively sustainable and has a negligible carbon footprint. While rice cultivation does generate some greenhouse gases, it's not enough to warrant serious concern. The problem with sushi is the fish. Overfishing of the world's oceans is putting fish populations at the brink of collapse. Sources.